All right, what's up, folks? Today we have the West Coast Gravel Race in Yachats, Oregon. Yachats? I don't know how you say it. Anyway, there's two different distances to this race. There's a 33-mile race with roughly 4,000 feet of climbing and a 53-mile race with roughly 7,000 feet of climbing.
Did you switch like a big boy?
No, I'm gonna ride the kids' course.
That's my teammate Chris Surratt, feeling a little bit of the pressure from yesterday's race, decided to scale down to the small race, which I was super happy about, so that was all good. This race started off with a really do-yourself neutral section where we rode down the 101 highway to where the start line area is, but you take it very easy. We did a little extra detour up to this gorgeous viewpoint of the coast. Look at this. It's just like this stunning spot. This was all before the race started, but we had some time. I've got some teammates here, Ed Dudlick and Evan Halbeeb and Chris and me. And here is the start of the race. So key feature of this race, yes, I'm doing the small version, the 33-mile one. And we all started together, small and large. And the key feature of this race, it started with basically a 7-mile climb. So right as soon as the gun goes off, 7-mile climb. Yeah, that's not my bag, but that's okay. We're just gonna get out here and have fun. That's on Stadnik right there in front of me. He ended up winning the small grinder race. Good job there. But I just hung as long as I could, tried to park my watts at something that felt manageable, and just kind of cruised up this hill. I didn't feel too terrible, also didn't feel too great, so just kind of cruise along. There's some spots that were absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and look at this. But still, I didn't try to stay with anybody, to be honest with you. I just let everybody go. I knew that most of the people in front of me were going to be on the longer distance race, and I was going to be on the shorter distance race. But the beauty of a big long climb means big long descent. So there were a couple of big long descents in this race, and this was the first of them. It's kind of a paved road, but with lots of potholes, and you had to keep your wits about you. And so I was just kind of cruising along. Here's where the course split about 14 miles into it. Long course went right, and the short course went left, and then started with this gravel descent, which was absolutely stunning. I saw all my teammates right away from me. We had a bunch of teammates in this shorter course. Ed Dudlick and Chris Surratt and Scott Carroll, and so I knew they were all way up the road and wasn't sure if I'd see any of them again. And so, but when I got to the descent, I just kind of let the bike fly and just steered it and rode that sled all the way to the bottom and tried not to crash in the corners. I didn't crash in the corners, which was kind of nice, but I certainly rolled it along. It was about this point where, it opened up and you could see a little bit more and this gorgeous view and a beautiful day. And I realized I could see two people up ahead of me, and one of them might possibly be my teammate, Chris Surratt. So I was kind of happy that I might be able to do part of this race with Chris Surratt, and I rolled it downhill, and there he is coming into view. And so now I'm super stoked, and so I yelled something as I went by. So there's Chris. He was with this other guy. We weren't sure what age group he was in, but he looked to be in maybe Chris's age group. Turned out he wasn't. He was younger. When I caught these two guys, I picked up the pace a little bit, and they both jumped right on my wheel. Fantastic. So we all rolled these downhills quite a bit faster. Beautiful, gorgeous downhill on the gravel. There was a couple of rollers in there where where Chris would catch up, and the other guy too, and we would just roll along, and I'm just sitting on Chris's wheel and kind of enjoying this. This race ends with an 8-mile flat section, dead flat section before the finish line.
Chris, are we mid-race? I hope so.
I was excited enough to be racing with my friend Chris Surratt that I stopped and took video mid-race with my phone, so go figure. Chris is a very good friend of mine. We've been teammates for 6 or 7 years, but more than that, he's also one of my best friends. And so to actually get the opportunity to race with one of your best friends is super cool. Chris and I have done a lot of stuff together. We've done Unbound twice. We've done Steamboat Gravel.
I got 8 miles of flat pavement coming. I'll wait for my teammate.
We've also done some BWRs together, so we've raced quite a bit together. The rest of this video is going to feature a whole lot of Chris's butt. So Chris, you made the butt cam this week. Well done. Here we are on the flat section, heading towards the finish line. And knowing it was flat, there was a headwind on this section, and we had dropped the other guy who was with us, and we weren't sure what age group he was in. So luckily, me and Chris being together, we traded poles for the next 8 miles. I know you're only gonna see me following Chris, but I swear I took poles in here. We'd go to the front and pull for 350 watts for as long as we could, and then we'd pull off and the other guy would take, and we ended up putting a couple minutes into that guy who was behind us. And we weren't sure we could catch anybody else, so we just kind of held it. Here we are coming to the finish line, and we decided to try to cross it just dead together. There's the finish line. Let's say, hey, let's not sprint it out. Let's see if we can cross exactly together.
There it is.
And spoiler alert, yes, we did. We crossed exactly together.
Yeah. Oh, there's Scott right there. Scott there. Chris and I did not sprint it out. We tried to cross the finish line exactly the same.
We'll go down to the photo.
So we'll have to see what the timing chip says. Good job, buddy.
Chris and I, at the exact same time, 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 29 seconds. So we tied for 5th. I know they have me in 5th and him in 6th, but we tied for 5th. So there's the wide angle podium with me and Chris on the left side in the 5th spot. So we actually had 4 dialed cycling team members in the top 6. So how cool was that? I ended up winning my age group in the 50 to 59. None of the other guys showed up to the award, the podium ceremony. So that was a bit of a bummer. So when that happens, you do some weird, awkward bow and kind of make fun of yourself, and then let Mike Ripley also make fun of you. And there you go. Here was the winner of the long course overall. That's Austin Davis from the Eugene area. He's a crusher. He's 35 years old. Second place there, Arisophocles. He's from Bend. He's 45 years old and just crushing it. So those two guys did great. Hey, you guys, come out to these races next year. Our weather was perfect, and we will enjoy it. Thank you for watching.